Welcome back to High Stakes, where we help you elevate your betting strategy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our daily content. Looking for exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join us on Patreon. Links are available in the comments section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Oh joy! The Pacers are back for round 3 against the Celtics, and after getting absolutely obliterated last time, they're ready to get humiliated once again. Sure, the Pacers had a brief moment of, hey, we can win a few games, before Boston showed them how it's done, but now they're coming off a lovely little 2-game losing streak. Their last performance? A 142-105 demolition at the hands of the Celtics. But hey, they got 44 points from the bench. So, that's something, right? The Pacers' offense is rocking the 11th best scoring mark in the league, so they'll definitely give Boston a run for their money, except, not really. On the other side, we've got the Celtics, who clearly needed to unleash some pin-up frustration after a rare 2-game losing streak. Enter Friday night's absolute slaughter, where they shot 51.1% from the field and drained 23 threes on their way to a season-high margin of victory. Jaylen Brown dropped 44 points like it was nothing, and while Jrue Holiday was chilling on the sidelines with a shoulder injury, it didn't seem to slow Boston down one bit. The Celtics are averaging nearly 120 points a game, and they have 2 of the top 14 scorers in the league. Meanwhile, the Pacers they have a bunch of players who do a little bit of everything, but not much of anything at an elite level. Who's Indiana's star again? Oh right, Pascal Siakam, who just so happens to have dropped a cool 14 points in their last game. Woohoo! Let's talk about this matchup. The Pacers' defense is more of a suggestion than an actual plan. They let teams score 116.8 points a game, and the Celtics have no problem lighting up that weak defense. In fact, they just dropped 142 on them. This time, though, maybe the game will be closer, but only if closer means the Celtics still dominate but don't get to rest their starters as much. The Pacers? Yeah, they'll try, but let's be real, they'll get steamrolled again. And for the over-under? If you're not betting the over, what are you even doing with your life? These teams are averaging a combined 257 points per game this season. The over has hit 7-3 in their last 10 matchups. Do I even need to say more? If you're betting the under, you're basically asking the universe to make a 150-point blowout happen again. Go for the over, because at least you'll have some excitement while the Pacers get their dignity run over. Prediction: Celtics -12. Because why wouldn't they? And the over? Yeah, take it. This is going to be a high-scoring clinic for Boston while Indiana gets a lesson in how not to play defense. Jaylen Brown over 26.5 points. Jaylen Brown only dropped 44 points in the last game. But hey, it's not like that was a big deal, right? I mean, it's not like he's one of the best scorers in the league or anything. So, no biggie. He'll probably just hit 30-plus points again because, honestly, why wouldn't he? The Pacers' defense is fantastic. I mean, if you're into watching offensive players do whatever they want without being challenged. The Pacers' defense is basically a suggestion like, hey, maybe you should guard someone, but if you're too tired, we totally understand. Jaylen Brown is going to waltz in, maybe toss on a pair of slippers while he's at it, and casually score 30-plus while the Pacers defenders try to remember what their game plan was. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Jayson Tatum over 9.5 rebounds. Jayson Tatum grabbing 10-plus rebounds? Easy money. I mean, this guy is not just a scoring machine. He's a rebounding machine too. So, against the Pacers, let's face it, couldn't grab a rebound if it had their name on it. Tatum's going to show them how it's done. The Pacers are practically begging for someone to dominate the glass. And who better than one of the most complete players in the league? Expect Tatum to scoop up rebounds like he's playing a game of, how many can I get before halftime? Hell, he might hit 10 before you even get your popcorn refilled. So, if you're betting on Tatum getting over 9.5 rebounds, you're not really gambling, you're just making a smart, predictable play. He'll be living in the paint, while the Pacers are out here wondering how to get out of his way. Celtics total points over 119.5. Oh, absolutely. Boston's offense is basically a well-oiled machine, and Indiana's defense is a joke. They've already dropped 142 points on these guys, so 120 seems like a bare minimum for the Celtics. Honestly, they could probably hit 150 if they really felt like it, but they'll settle for just making the Pacers' defense look like a bad high school team. Indiana Pacers over 112.5 points. Sure, Indiana can score points. They've been doing just enough to stay relevant. But let's not kid ourselves, they're not stopping anyone. The Celtics might play some defense, but they'll still give up a handful of easy buckets to the Pacers. Will it matter? No, but sure, go ahead and bet on Indiana putting up 113 points if that gives you hope. Tyrese Haliburton over 7.5 assists. Look, Haliburton's a decent playmaker, But even he's going to have a tough time pulling this off when his teammates are busy getting murdered on defense. He'll probably dish out some assists, though, just because someone has to look competent on the Pacers. Maybe he'll even hit 10 assists, which would be adorable considering the carnage around him. First half total points over 120.5. Who doesn't love a fast-paced, non-existent defense game? The Celtics will probably drop 70 in the first half alone. Indiana will try to keep up, and even if their defense gets steamrolled, they'll at least hit some threes to keep the scoreboard moving. It's not going to be a game, but it'll be a lot of points, which is what really matters here. Celtics to win by 11 to 15 points. After that 37-point humiliation, Boston's feeling merciful. They could easily drop another 30-point blowout, but let's go with this modest prediction. Indiana might actually play slightly better this time, but it'll still be nowhere near enough to even make it look close. Gotta love the hope they'll hang in there for a little bit before being crushed again. Total three-pointers made over 25.5. Oh, absolutely. Both teams love chucking threes, especially Boston, who just drained 23 in a single game. Indiana? Well, they're going to try, but, they're going to miss a whole bunch of them and still somehow get their 12 to 15 threes in. This one's easy money, especially with how much the Celtics will shoot. Because why wouldn't they? Indiana Pacers total turnovers over 12.5. Turnovers? Indiana's got plenty of those. It's kind of their thing. Boston's defense is a nightmare for them. And even if they get a few nice plays here and there, they're probably going to turn the ball over at least 15 times. A mere 12.5? Cute. They'll hit that in the first half. Celtics to score 40-plus points in the first quarter? Oh yeah, no doubt. Boston will come out like a freight train, firing on all cylinders, and Indiana won't be able to stop them. 40 points in the first quarter? Easy. And if the Pacers' defense was a little better, maybe they could hold them to 30, but we all know how that's going to go. So, there you go, some absolutely foolproof bets. The Pacers will try their best, but we all know how this ends. Celtics dominate. Pacers? Not so much. So bet the over, bet on Brown, and pray the Pacers don't get embarrassed too badly. But let's be honest, they totally will. And that's a wrap on today's video, folks. I'm sure you're absolutely on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling installment of this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because clearly you don't want to miss any of our daily videos. I mean, who could live without them? And while you're at it, smash that notification bell, so you can be the first to know when we drop more gems like this. Oh, and if you're looking for some premium picks, because, let's be honest, who isn't? Join our Patreon. It's where the real magic happens. Premium picks, insider info, and possibly even some mildly entertaining banter. So, hit that link, and we'll see you on the inside. Until next time, enjoy the game, make those bets, and remember, you're welcome.